No, we could all be in the front. Yeah.
You should stand here, closer to the mic.
Let's see.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. Love. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing love today. Compassion. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I choose compassion today. Joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing joy today.
Back to heaven.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road in spirit right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today.
Excellent. Good morning. I've got this on weird today. Good morning. Best day ever. I am Reverend Valerie Reeves. I am the spiritual director here.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Anna Eisele, staff minister here, and it's so good to see everyone's face and walk into this wonderful fall weather. So,
Oh, my gosh.
unbelievable here.
It is beautiful and great. And it's second Sunday, and I'm like, oh, some people just come to second service, and it's all good. And I think we're going to call it Second Sunday Conversations.
Oh,
Yeah, something like
nice.
that, which is
Yeah.
at 11:30.
Yeah.
11:30. It just makes it a little more clear. It's conversations. So welcome to those of you that are watching us online. Maybe you're joining us at 11:30. We will see you then. And for those of you that are here, thanks for making the journey. It is a beautiful, blessed day.
Yeah, and we're so happy to have you here. The more the merrier. It's the abundance of life we get to share with each other. So yes, and I just wanted to let everyone know that, as rumor might have it, I'm not really leaving you. I am moving to the Philadelphia area, but I'm going to be your longest minister commuter here. So I want you to know that Spirit is everywhere. So you're going to see me on Zoom, and you're also going to see me in person. So it's just going to be a little more infrequently in person. But Reverend Valerie has been so open just to allow this, because we are boundless. We don't need to have boundaries. So it's just, I'm going to be your East Coast navigator.
Yes. And the place that we stay when we come to the East Coast, right?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, talk about history, folks.
Road trip.
Yes, road trip. It's a colony. You remember those.
Yeah. We love you so much. And so just want to keep her part of all that we are here. So
Yeah, and I love all of you so much. So this is truly, truly a blessing for me. So thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
And we have a cake that says, "We love you, Reverend Ann."
Nice.
Okay, it attempted to say that, so I did make it. So.
It says it in our hearts.
It does. It does.
So if you were with the meditation, it's all about love.
Yes, all about love. So let's stand and join the choir, and we're going to sing a song.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
That's right.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Oh, yeah.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
And yours is too.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
It's like a pop quiz.
Good morning, High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. All right, great morning. I am Mark Shoup. I'm your MC for today. I'm our MC for today. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each person as an individualized expression of the one Spirit in all. And together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, diversity, and inclusivity for all. Thank you for choosing to be here today, and welcome home. Thank you to everyone who is joining us online as well. Say hello in the chat box and let us know where you're watching from and how you're doing today. We love to connect with you and hope to see you in person soon. And now, if anyone here is joining us for the very first time in person, a very special welcome to you. We are so glad that you're here. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up at our welcome table to the right as you exit the sanctuary doors, and there's information about our center, as well as our books and more gift shop, which will be open after service today and during the office hours throughout the week. All of the ways that you can connect with our center can be found in your program, that way. So please take it home with you to keep it handy and connect with the office if you have any questions. And now, it is time for announcements. For October 12th, 2025, current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and the community calendar found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check in often, as we are always adding more new and exciting opportunities to gather here at our center. Today is Second Sunday. In this special service starting at 11:30, special conversation starting at 11:30, Reverend Valerie shows you how to apply the science of mind and earnest home principles in your daily life. Everyone is welcome to join us for the monthly board meeting next Sunday, October 19th, immediately after service. Members will be voting on a change to our bylaws. Reverend Valerie is leading the book study, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and is meeting on Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. Love Offering. Join us for the Best of Prosperity Plus, for videos by Mary Morrissey and discussion with Reverend Valerie. We are meeting Thursdays from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Please feel free just to drop in to any or all of the classes. Love Offering. Join us for the special Rainbow Alliance karaoke and potluck. Friday, October 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. Bring your favorite dish to share, please. There will be games to play. Join us for this fun and festive event. Costumes are optional. You want to make a little money for items you are ready to release? Join us for the yard sale on Saturday, October 18th. The event will run from 7 a.m. until noon. 7 a.m. Bring your coffee. Until noon. Rent your parking space for $10 or drop in and find yourself one of the many bargains available. And join Frank for our next garden party, Saturday, October 18th at 8 a.m. We appreciate all who show up. There are always things to be taken care of inside and also on the grounds. Thank you for being here and helping out. We will be closed Monday, October 13th in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day. As a reminder, our practitioner team is here to serve you every Sunday. You can find the prayer request box in the garden room or see the practitioner of the day. Today it's Anne. Yay. Right after service, near the piano for a quick spiritual mind treatment, which in the science of mind philosophy is what we call our affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your life. Thank you, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. And now Reverend Valerie is going to come forward to hand out some certificates.
I have some exciting news. First of all, to become a practitioner takes 3 to 4, sometimes 5 years, depending. And Lori Smith has joined the ranks of Religious Science Practitioner Emeritus. That means that you've been a practitioner for 20 years. Lori, come on up. Let us give you some love.
Right,
Yay.
Lori.
Good job. Thank you. I mean, that's a lot of years of service, so thank you so much. And to get on that road to become a practitioner, we take the certified classes, but also mostly take the certified classes to create a life that you absolutely love. So I have certificates from the Consciousness and Creative Process class. First one goes to Tina Arredondo. Come on up. So this class was done online. Stay up here. This class was done online, so we had about 8 students from Redondo Beach, and then we also have Sandy. We love you. Hope you're watching. He has moved back to Florida full-time, so he is there. Cheryl is not here. Emily is not here, but I have a certificate for them. Linda Cataldo, not here. Nick Cataldo, not here. I should have looked at this. And Mark Shoup is here. Woo! Mark Shoup, come on down. I should have sent an email to people. Joanne Goodsale and Angie Callahan, who is here. Is there anyone who's here that I missed? All right. Yay. Allison, I probably put it in the Redondo Beach pile because I have 2 different piles. So yes. All right. Thank you so much. It was such a great class, and we did that online, and so we'll do more classes like that because Reverend Ann definitely helped with that one, and we will have more classes like that. Okay.
Thank you, Reverend. Now, I welcome all who would like to join us for hugs and handshakes. This is a time to greet each other with a hug, a handshake, or you may remain in your seat. The choice is yours. Take it away, Chris.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Everything's going my way.
Oh, it truly is a beautiful morning. Such an uplifting song. Well, good morning again. I'm Reverend Ann Eisele. Wow, now everybody has big smiles on their faces, so we're waking up. So please join with me for today's affirmation. I will say it once, and then we'll say it twice together. So I choose thoughts that uplift and empower. Are you ready? I choose thoughts that uplift and empower. I choose thoughts that uplift and empower. Whew. So now it's time for Dr. Holmes' promise, and they're in your program or also up on the screen. So you're welcome to read along with me or read silently. So I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to speak truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of the limitless possibility. I assure my soul. And now it's time for our contemplation. Thank you, Lori and Chris. That was just lovely. Ooh. So Lori is now going to join me in the lights of the flames of faith. So we perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal principle, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religions, thoughts, and experiences, which we honor today. We light the first candle for Tao, honoring the universal path, harmony, and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality, especially this weekend as we celebrate Indigenous Day tomorrow. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path to compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring devotion to prayer and the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for the inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. We light as Lori lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. Thank you, Lori. And now, keep your eyes closed or have that nice soft gaze on the mantle or something in the sanctuary, the center. And we just center ourselves in that divine spirit, that spirit of love, spirit I call God, that's in and through and around everything. That abundance of love that just radiates everywhere. And I know that I am one with this spirit, with God. And I speak my word for this center, that we are children of God. We are perfect, whole, and complete, abundant. Love just flows in and through everything and everyone we meet. And I know today we are just uplifted and our awareness just becomes sharper and sharper as we release what doesn't serve us and allow what does serve us to reveal and unfold and be here, right now. And I'm truly grateful for all the love, compassion, and kindness that this congregation, the community, this area just vibrates from. And I know as we awaken to the message that follows, that we just come to a little bit deeper understanding of a release, of an acceptance, of a joy, of a celebration. And I'm so grateful to be sharing this with you and to be part of this. And I gently, easily, and with love, release to the universal law that always, always says yes. and so it is. Amen. And now, Reverend Valerie will join me.
Who's wrong here? Okay. Oh, I'll grab mine. Yeah, so good morning. Because it's Reverend Ann's, let's come up here a little closer. Since it's Reverend Ann's last day, I'm making her work hard. I'm not making her, I just asked her to share her gifts, her talents, her ideas. And so we have some questions that we're going to take a look at, because it's the best day ever. Yes? Yeah, so this is going to be fun. All right. So Reverend Ann came to us. A friend of mine said, hey, she's an amazing minister. Would you want to bring her up? I'm like, yes, if she's willing to drive up here from Claremont. Yes. And it has been such a gift and such a true pleasure having you here. So now we're going to find out everything she knows about Science of Mind.
Yeah. We're going to do this in a few minutes, folks, so take notes right quick.
But we figured we'd have just a conversation about science. About Science of Mind. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. I was so focused on making peanut butter and jelly, so we have some food between services. I know Uncle brought cookies, and then there's cake, and I made a cream cheese fluff. So there's all this yumminess that we will have between service. And right now, we get to know a little bit more about Ann, and maybe a little bit about what I know about Science of Mind, or
oh, yeah. I mean, Valerie and I love just being in dialogue, because the beauty of Science of Mind is that it is anything and everything to some degree. It's how it resonates with you. It's such a simple philosophy, spiritual movement, but it's what it does internally. It's your awareness, and that's what makes it so special. So I love when we just get to talk like this. So this to me is such a treat.
Yes. Is it okay if I do this? You don't need that because you know the answers. So what I did is I came up with some questions, and then I had AI answer it in case I didn't know the answer. There are days that it's like, okay, I'm right on, but it's like, okay, what does it say versus what I would say?
Actually, I was holding on to it in case we needed more questions.
But we know that this is an organic process today, and knowing that you will work with us, although I feel like the organic process took me more time than a talk would have taken me. But it's all good, because I wanted to make sure that we had questions, that we were both in sync with each other, and that was a no-brainer. So it was mostly doing treatment.
Yeah, it is. The core of this philosophy, the spiritual movement, is really the affirmation prayer, because what it does is it allows you to get in touch with your subconsciousness, and it allows you just to go deep and connect with the spirit that's always there. It doesn't change, it doesn't leave, it's always consistent. It's us that has to kind of go back home again and return to it. So.
Yeah, which the whole philosophy, change your thinking, change your life. And we've been reading the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, which is really the same thing. And it's like, well, we love ourselves, of course, and we love who we are. Personalities are great, and we may have some habits that are not serving us. I know a lot of little habits that I've developed through life, and old thought processes that I've developed through life from, the kindergarten teacher, the sister, the parents, the ancestors. And there are some things that are just not belief systems that serve us. And what I do know is that if every one of our parents and ancestors absolutely loved themselves at the core and felt that worthiness, that we would be at a whole different space in life. So it's ours to get to change, to see the divinity in ourselves while we're seeing the divinity in others.
Yeah, and one of the things that, I get a lot of questions about and looked at is, well, I keep, putting out there into the universe that I want something, and I'm not getting it. And so, it's that constant, knowing that you want something, and that's, once again, what I found is that inner awareness. What are you actually putting out there when you're unaware? What are your dreams telling you? What happens when you just catch yourself during the day and say, call it the monkey mind? What was I just thinking? That's how, when you start to really follow your thoughts and follow your heart, that it just flows together. And with that, I'm going to ask Valerie one of her questions, because I want to know the answer. But, what is your greatest manifestation?
I want to say that. I do want to, because as you were talking about the other part, that, why isn't something coming? I was thinking about it during Mary Morrissey's talk, because, it's like we know electricity works. And when we plug in a lamp, we know it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, we don't just say, okay, well, I guess this stuff doesn't work. Because science of mind works with absolute precision. We just have to go back and look, okay, if the lamp isn't working, why? Is the light bulb burned out? Did we flip a breaker? Is the cord not quite right? Is it not connected right? So we look back at, why isn't this working? And that's the same thing with our own lives. It's like, if I haven't manifested something that I wanted, then I need to take a look at, what is my thought patterns, what are the seeds that I'm planting, how am I connected, and what am I focusing on, and what's the underlying. And for me, it's usually been unworthiness, but I feel like my greatest manifestation through life is that always having a job. It's like I have been hired for jobs that I was not qualified for. I mean, seriously. And I'm like, I remember when I moved from Nebraska, which has a different pay structure, and I moved to California the first time, and Northrop Grumman was hiring, because I had been on the road with seminar companies, and it was time to just kind of be somewhere and get into training and development. And there was a contract position at Northrop Grumman, and I showed up there, and I'm like, oh my God, this is big corporate America, something bigger than I had never thought I would work at a place like that, because it was so huge. I mean, they have 125,000 employees. And so I went to the interview. Now, fun little fact, sometimes you feel called to do something. On my resume, I put Ernest Holmes College. And yeah, because we take classes, it's Ernest Holmes College. And so I showed up there, and the person that was interviewing me, she said, we're going to have a panel interview, but we're taking you to lunch, and we'll just talk during lunch. And I'm like, ugh, that is like the worst. You don't want to eat while you're interviewing. However, one of them looked at me, and she said, Ernest Holmes College, and she smiled, and she's like, we know who you are. And so when the company called, the contracting company called to offer me money, normally you would say, well, what do you normally pay someone in this position? If you were asked, what do you expect to make? I didn't. I'm like, well, I need to make at least $18 an hour. And she's like, well, the starting wage is $28. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Could have negotiated so much more, but they did give me a raise right after I got started. So it was one of those things, that believing in your own self, and it's like, no matter where I go, even when I moved to Idaho, when my kids were in high school and my oldest son wanted to live near his dad, I'm like, I guess we're all moving then. So I went to the company, or the state board that does the economics for the work areas. And he said, oh, there are no jobs up here. And it's like, perhaps you do not know who I am. There are always jobs wherever I go. There's always something. So I feel like always knowing that there is a job available for me that is right and perfect, even if I don't meet the qualifications. I do meet the qualifications, because we get things by right of consciousness.
Yeah, and the other beauty with it is that we ourselves usually limit ourselves by thinking small. And that's, where the phrase comes in, let go, let God. It's like, get rid of the small thinking, like, I need at least $18. It's like, well, what's your normal range, I'm, open for abundance, so yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to say, in making this move, it's been very challenging. I put my house up on the market in July 4th weekend. And shortly after that, the market just kept falling and crashing. It's a very volatile real estate market. And I just kept putting out there that I am going to flow wherever I am. Whatever comes down the path, I'm going to flow. Plus, I had a secret weapon. Miss Valerie here stopped by my house, blessed it, and the next day I got a contract. But things happen. The other thing I had to do is I had a 1992 Celica convertible. Of course, it was red, and I brought it from Maryland. So I've had this car over 30 years, and I had to depart with it. And so all I did was hang a sign in the front of it, and people came out of the woodwork. It was like just when you're ready to release and just allow, the universe is there for you. I mean, I know it's a cool car, I know it's a fun-looking car, but the universe is always there for you. So, Valerie's stories just nailed it, with knowing your truth and knowing that there is a job for me, there is a home for me, there is health for me, abundance, whatever that might be. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and anything that you've created, you can recreate. As we let go of stuff, reminder that there's the parking lot sale next Saturday.
Yeah, the release is very important. As they say, you can't get any more clothes if your closet is stuffed. What are you going to do with it? And it's your life. You need to just release stuff. And I've been releasing a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But it's that flow of energy that, and with that, it truly is the way we think. Be honest with you, I've had quite a lot of sleepless nights, or I've had really early mornings where I just wasn't tired anymore. I mean, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, okay, and it's because so much is going through my head. And that's where this teaching really applies, is to, and I highly recommend you take workshops and classes, because the principles are so logical and simple, but it's getting yourself used to that practice that the classes allow for. So, yeah.
Yeah. What is your greatest manifestation?
It's right now. I'm living it. I really am. I keep looking at all the stuff I have that I want to put in a pod, a POD, and I'm thinking, all these jigsaw pieces are going to fit. I just know it. And things are just flowing. Like I had a pile of lumber that I needed to cut up, and my neighbor came over yesterday and a couple days before that and helped me just chop it all up to throw it away. So, people are coming into my life that I need, or friends are just showing up with love and, support, or even just kind words. Because I got to say, and I know you're a pro at this, she's moved 50 times, is that it?
More.
Moving for me is an adventure. I've moved maybe 10 times, but, it's, yeah. And plus, I have a 4-legged puppy dog who is like, what the heck is going on here? So I have a buddy that's next to me most days that doesn't leave my side.
Yeah. Well, and I keep trying to take credit for her selling her house, but really all the practitioners and many of us were on that. And
yeah, we kid back and forth, but it's that final push that did it. That loving push at the end. So yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, so on this, let's see.
What's really fun is that I started the main Science Mind classes in Denver, Colorado at Mile High Center for Spiritual Living. Actually, it was Mile High Church of Religious Science then. And Anne wrapped up her ministerial there in Mile High. So we have
when I was, things have changed a little bit. I don't know the newest curriculum. But yeah, there were 5 centers. There were actually 3 in California. 1 in LA, 1 in Napa Valley, and 1 in San Diego. And of course, I went to Denver. So, and the reason I did it was Denver has approximately anywhere from 10 to 20 ministers on staff. And it's a huge, huge organization, probably the largest in our community. And I thought, man, I want this wisdom. I want all these ministers, and it was rich. It was fun, and I'm blessed that my sister, I'm just going to let it go. My sister lives in Denver, so I needed to go there twice. When you do ministerial speaker, there's 1 and 2. You need to do it in person. Well, we did, and so I went to Denver. But I know Valerie's planning a road trip there. It's well worth it. It just is so uplifting. It's something just a little bit different, but it's very rich. And I plan to spend a little bit of time in Denver, so I'm hoping just to reconnect a little bit. it could be anywhere from a few days to a month, but, I'm really on a loose schedule here.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Well, I've talked about it for a while, that the flight, because I used to just fly Frontier into Denver and then take a little puddle jumper to Nebraska, because my hometown is 4 hours away from Denver, but they have a little puddle jumper where you get to be your own flight attendant if you get the first seat, and I usually rush to get in there first. And it's like, who wants peanuts? Yeah. Anybody want water? And then you get to pass it back. But it's one of those ones that they ask how much you weigh because they need to balance out the plane. It's like, seriously? I guess I have to tell the truth because it's important. But I used to fly Frontier over there because it would only be like $49 each way, which is really inexpensive. So I'm going to get some logistics and find out a couple things, and I'm thinking around February, March, those that want to take an adventure will get all the information and we'll take an adventure. I like to say Josh Reeves, one of the ministers over there, is my cousin, but we just tease about that. He is not my cousin. He is a good friend, though. He's one of the many ministers there.
Yeah, he's a lead minister. There's two leads, Michelle Madrano, who was somewhere on the West Coast. I don't know if she was Huntington Beach, but she started her career out here. So yeah, and you might have heard of Roger Teal. He was there for over 20 years, and he actually ran the Holmes Institute out of, I guess, the Huntington Beach area somewhere. It was down in that general vicinity. So yeah, there's just fun churches. I know a lot of you, when you travel, you look for the other religious science of mind churches, and I know there's a really nice one in Maui if anybody's heading in that direction, but they're all over the place.
Yeah,
So,
they are. I missed the one when I went to New York, and I'm like, oh, I really should have scheduled that in, so next time. And knowing that there is richness in this whole philosophy, knowing that Judy's father was a minister here many years ago, and this year we actually celebrate our 66th anniversary of this center being up here. So our credentials are up on the wall as you walk out, so make sure that you notice that. It's like 66 years, October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess with that, why the emphasis, or what does it mean for like the faith and gratitude part of science of mind, and especially in our affirmative prayers?
Yeah. Well, for me, being in that gratitude space, it's like, I'm already grateful. It's already done. It's already done in the mind of spirit. And so if we go into that gratitude and walk confidently in the direction of our dreams, I think that was a Trower or a Thoreau. Walk confidently in the direction of our dreams, knowing it's already done, and we just tune into that inner knower that's guiding and directing, then we can have everything just show up in the right and perfect time. Which then takes us to science of mind treatment. So,
Yeah, for me, what science of mind treatment, it's on paper it's like a 5-step process. And for me, it's that circular, that receptivity. The first step is that you commune with God. So you reach out and commune with God. The next step is you're one with God. So you bring it back inside. Then the realization, you are out there like, I realize I'm healthy, perfect, complete. And then that communion, I'm so grateful. And then the release back into the universe. And what that whole thing does for me is allow the awareness to flow. And what Holmes based it on was the universal law always says yes. And it's invisible. It's like electricity, gravity. You don't see it, but you know it works. And it's getting pretty cool now with science. Quantum science has actually shown that what you don't see or focus on, but your feelings are vibrating towards, you create. And they've shown it in different experiments, and that's where the quantum comes into it, which is just back proving what Holmes was talking about in the early 1900s. So, being a scientist, for me, it's like, wow. But I gotta say, and I think you've heard this before, my longest journey has been from my head to my heart. Because it isn't in the thinking, it's in the feeling. It's what you feel is how you create it. So I work on the feeling part of it, for me, that awareness.
Yeah.
So,
the emotion of it, that it's already done, and how would it feel to already have that done, and then walk and act as if and just put it on, that it's already all good.
Yeah.
And when those other thoughts creep up, then we just let them go. How does forgiveness fall in here?
You know, I find that back again to the closet or anything else, if you're completely loaded up, you aren't able to receive. And so if you're filled with just grief or bitterness or revenge, you're not able to accept the love. And so I find forgiveness as that ultimate release. You know, being able just to say, you know, this is the beauty of being human. We make mistakes. We think whatever they were thinking is like, I don't want to know where the brain went. But can you get back into your heart and just let it go and forgive? Now, for me, it never means that I have to keep accepting it. It means that I can wish you well and give you silent blessings and move on. But it's my release, and it's not carrying baggage around like, oh, poor to me, or, you know, done me wrong, or they should have, never could have. That's where I see the beauty of forgiveness, is just a freeing of energy that's kind of stale.
Yeah, I like that. I always think of it as going forth and giving up, holding on to anything that's blocking my flow, knowing that all is well. And I think self-forgiveness is the hardest part, because I can forgive everyone else, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But those things that we do to ourselves when we're beating ourselves up, or when we're in fear, when we're not trusting the universe.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom on how to self-forgive?
Yeah, acknowledge it. You know, I mean, for me, it's, you know, it's one of those that you don't just push down, like, oh, no, Ann, you're a good person. It's like, why do I think I'm not? You know, and just kind of asking yourself that question, or why am I not worthy of love? You know, and just being aware of what comes. But for me, the biggest one is the gratitude fills you up. And then I become worthy. Like, I love looking at the mountains here. I find them breathtaking. And so when I get myself down, or type of mood, I look at the mountains and just think, wow, I get to live here. You know, look at this. How can I not be in gratitude and worry about the little things that are going on? Because they are little. You know, they can be dropped. So how about yourself? What's your biggest practice? You know, we're big on practice here.
Yeah. Well, definitely meditation. I do hypnosis, so I like that too, because it goes deeper into the subconscious mind. But even the 5 steps of treatment that we teach the kids, when I get done with my meditation in the morning, a lot of times I'll do that, reminding myself that God is everywhere. I am one with that dynamic power. I know all is well, all is forgiven, all is let go. I give thanks for this, knowing that everything is happening at the right and perfect time, that life is good and life is very good, that this is the best day ever, that I see love in everyone, including myself, and I just release into the universal action of the law. Yeah.
No, I know a lot of you in here have been members for quite a while. And you would talk to any of us, and you would hear just that evolution. And it's also what I call an involution, where you evolve internally. It's such an amazing philosophy, science, spiritual journey that just, you know, interact with folks and to really make it resonate within your core is my words of wisdom. It's nice when there's something so simple, but you know, it just takes work, because it's against our nature. I mean, you know, we don't think of ourselves first, and we should. You know, it's like being in the airplane. You know, put your mask on first. Make sure that you can breathe, so that then you can help others. So make sure that, you know, you're doing your work, you're cleansing, you're forgiving, so that you can just be loving and see the loving being in everybody else. So that would be my true, you know, it's funny, I had no intention when I was going for my practitioner to be a minister, but I just fell in love with the teaching, and I just kept wanting to learn more and more. I mean, I am a learner, let's face it, you know, I love learning, but, you know, it's a journey to be a minister, to be a practitioner. but it just opens your heart to a new way of living and a relaxation that goes with it. So yeah, I Valerie has had so many more years of this that I just love her wisdom and her energy, and I just feel it. So, I mean, how do you stay that in touch? I know it's through spiritual mind treatment and your meditation. You know, it's through running the center, through your grandkids, but you can just pull this all in. So how is that in your life?
Yeah. Well, I slip sometimes, you know, and you forget who you are. You forget the divinity of who you are. And maybe you step into fear. You step into, you know, forgetting really who you are. And then you do things that are out of character or things that you know better, but you don't do better. So it's a constant and a constant reminder. And I know that one of the things that we talk a lot about in class is looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, making peace with and letting go of the things of the past. And even if it was just 5 minutes ago that I just messed up royally, it's like, okay, I have to let that go and see the gratitude in everything and understand the why. It's like, oh, I forgot who I was. So remembering who you are.
I love that practice. And
Yeah.
it's a little bit, you know, it's a little weird, I got to admit it, when you first start looking in the mirror and telling yourself you love you. I love you. But it really is quite powerful. Keep up with it. I haven't done it in a while, so it's a good practice for me to do. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good at doing it to my dog, you know, I tell him all the time, so I can easily, you know, and I somewhat reflect it back in his eyes, I guess, but I really, you know, need to get back to the mirror.
Yeah. Well, I know the first time I did it, which actually was in Denver, I know exactly where I was, and it's like, okay, all I could do is cry because I didn't. I knew the good, bad, ugly of everything I had done, and then we beat ourselves up the rest of our life for that. Time to let it go and keep moving forward so that we don't slip back into that space. So keep it up, see the divinity in who you are. So, Reverend Eisele, I'm finally just saying it the right way.
It's one of those names that it's like, it's okay.
Do you have any final words for us in this building right here now today?
My final words are of gratitude. I have learned so much from each of you, but more importantly, I am just so grateful for the embracement, the love, and the acceptance that you gave me instantly. I just can't thank you enough. It just warms my heart. I love, love, love this community. So you will see me, hear me, and if you don't, you have my email. So say, where the heck are you? You know, I consider you family. So I want to continue to grow with you spiritually. So yes, and you know, I just love Reverend Valerie. She is a bright light. She is definitely the best day ever. You know, I mean, I look at her and just go, woo, you know, happy days.
Thank you.
So yeah. How about yourself? I mean, you know, this has been an amazing journey. So, you know, with everything that's gone on, you know, it's really been quite nice that we can just compliment each other so well, because we really respect and love each other. I mean, it's genuine, and so, and you know, I don't feel like I'm leaving you, and so it's you know, I get so much love just seeing her on Zoom or over the phone or even in Texas. So. Yeah, you're doing an amazing job here, and I am just so honored to be part of this, so thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Well, we love and appreciate you so much. I would love for you to do a final treatment right now, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
And then we'll bring, and then we'll bring the choir
I think
up.
I always feel a little weird having the mic at my chin. I feel like I'm growing something there, so.
Great.
So if you would with me, just take that moment and just allow me to just breathe in that oneness, that spirit I call God, that's in and through and around everything and everyone. The spirit of love, that abundant love that just radiates everywhere. And I know I am one with this feeling, with this source. And I speak my word for this congregation. We are children of God, individualized beings, children of God, each with our own personality, our own special gifts, our own special love. And we're able just to share and be one as a community. And I know abundance just flows through this community, through the tithing, through the volunteering, through the love of giving, and knowing that the receiving is that continuous circle. And I'm so grateful for this building, for this housing of all that we do and all the good that comes from this. From the health fair we had a few weeks ago, to the yard sale, the garage sale we're having this Saturday. It all just flows through as we become stronger and stronger in the community. And we grow the 66 years into over 100 years. And we keep making this center strong and vital and vibrant. And I gently release all this energy, all this love into the universe, knowing that it comes back to us in so many wonderful gifts and so much love. And so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Comes up. As the choir comes up, let's really give it up for Reverend Ann. Thank you.
Where love resides in all its grace, but you don't really know for secrets, do ya? Well, it goes like this: you find your bliss, you make a fist and make a wish, and through it all you whisper, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You were searching for the truth when the beauty of the world overthrew ya. Mountain path began to rain. You felt its wrath, and through it all you whispered, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Awesome. Thank you, choir. It is that time for giving, knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive. And as the ushers come forward, let's say our giving affirmation all together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to prosper and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. So it is.
Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. When I come from peace, peace is all I see. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. When I come from peace, peace is all I see. Peace begins with me.
Knowing that we are filled with peace, love, joy, and prosperity. Knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive, that we are blessed by our givingness. And in gratitude for each and every person here, I just release my word, knowing all is well. And so it is. All right. So now it is that time, reminding that we do have a second conversations at 11:30. I am going to live stream it this time, so those of you that I usually record it, but I haven't put it out there yet. So we are going to live stream today because I know it's the best day ever, and all is well. So what we do now is we stand, and just stand where you are, hold hands if you choose, or go across the aisle, whichever you choose, as the choir leads us in our closing song. And reminder that there is food in Fellowship Hall, so join us.
I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help